Hi, preschool friends and families. We are so excited to be able to share some fun things with you today. We want to share some songs, some stories, and some activities. So we're going to start with Mrs. Wallace, and she's going to read us a story.
Hi, I'm so glad to have all of you here with us today. And when we were at preschool a few weeks ago, we talked about Jesus when he was a little boy. And we talked about when he was small, just like you, and the kinds of things that he did when he was a little boy. He helped his mom and helped his dad. Remember that we made all those projects about being a carpenter? And then Jesus grew up and he did many wonderful things. Jesus healed people, he fed people, he did things that we call a miracle, things that we've never seen anyone do before. He did things like walk on water, he calmed a storm, he healed people that there was no medicine for. And when Jesus went around to see people and do all these amazing things, he had 12 friends that he spent time with. And whenever Jesus came into a town, people were excited to see him, and they would rush to see him in wherever he was and listen to his stories and see what he was going to do next. And one day when Jesus was with his friends, he was headed into a town called Jerusalem. And when he was headed into this town, it was a special day. We call it Palm Sunday. And if you would go, you could pause the video if you'd like to, and get your storybook Bible that we have given to all of you. And if you want to turn to page 409 in your book, you could join me on this story. So Jesus and his friends were walking. Jesus told two friends, go into the village ahead. You'll find a donkey. Untie it and bring it to me. Jesus' friends found the donkey. They led it to Jesus and laid their coats across the donkey's back. You see the donkey in the picture? Jesus got on the donkey. He began riding toward Jerusalem. Many other people were going to Jerusalem too. These people were glad to see Jesus. They shouted praises to Jesus. Can you see them being excited to see Jesus? There he is. Some people cut tree branches and laid them on the road. Other people laid their coats on the road. They made the road look like colorful of carpet for Jesus' donkey to walk upon. This was the way people welcomed a king. They treated Jesus just like a king when he rode into the town of Jerusalem. All around Jesus, people waved branches. They sang and shouted praises to Jesus. It looked like a big parade made just to welcome Jesus into Jerusalem. See that big picture with all the people there? Jesus rode the donkey through Jerusalem. At the temple, he got off the donkey. Many children were with him, singing and shouting their praises to Jesus. Some of the leaders did not like what the children were singing and shouting. They said, "Do you hear what those children are saying?" Jesus said, "Yes, God has brought praise from the lips of children." Jesus was glad to hear the children. You see all the children happy to see Jesus? Very good. And tomorrow, next video, we're going to read you a different story. That's our story for today.
Thank you, Mrs. Wallace. Boys and girls, inside your packets that your parents picked up at our school, there should be a coloring sheet that looks just like this. Yours probably doesn't have green on it like mine does already. But here's the picture. Here's the donkey. Do you remember who rode on the donkey? That's Jesus. And here are the people at that special parade. They're waving the palm leaves. They're laying down their coats. Remember, they wanted it to look like a colorful carpet. So let's make this picture colorful together, okay? I'm gonna get my markers here. I've been coloring a lot at home lately. I picked green for the palm leaves, so I'm gonna take my lid off my marker And I'm going to remember, like I do just at school, I'm going to pinch it and flip my marker. So it's just like this. Then I can finish coloring this. Now, boys and girls, am I going to scribble on this all over the page? No, a 2-year-old might do that, but a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old, you can really take your time and practice going inside the lines and doing your best work. Now, what happens if my marker slips outside the line? Uh-oh, is that okay? That's gonna be okay. I'm just gonna keep doing my best and coloring all of the leaves. I'm gonna choose to color all of mine green. I might pick a different color, like brown, for the hair on Jesus. Now, if you want to even be more detailed, boys and girls, you can take your marker or your crayon and try to outline it and then fill in the center. You can keep coloring it. And remember, they said that lay down colorful coats to make it look like a colorful carpet. I wonder what colors you'll choose to make yours comfortable. Maybe, or colorful, not comfortable, colorful. Maybe pink, maybe blue. You can use as many colors as you'd like on this and color the whole sheet. On the bottom, it will remind you of the story. It says, a crowd of people cheered for Jesus. Mrs. Mormon's going to teach us a new song that is kind of like doing a cheer for Jesus.
I'm having technical difficulties, guys. I'm sorry.
I think it's okay.
Can you see me still? I can't see you, but I'll do my best here. So boys and girls, I'm going to show you how to cut out a palm leaf now. So just like in the story that Mrs. Wallace read about Jesus riding into Jerusalem on a donkey, and the people were waving palm leaves at him, I'm going to show you how to cut your own palm leaf out so you can do that. So first of all, I want you to remember that when you pick up your scissors, you're going to put your fingers in the bottom, your thumb on the top, and then you're going to cut on the line. Do your best. So I'm going to show you how to cut on the line. You're going to go around. Try to stay on the line if you can. Now, if you can't stay on the line, if you accidentally get off of the line, it's okay. Don't worry. Everybody does that sometimes. And I bet your mom and dad have tape at home, and you could always fix it with tape if you need to. You're going to go around the other side. And if you need a grown-up to help you, just ask. I bet they will. Or maybe you have an older brother or sister who would like to help you. And then when you're done cutting out your leaf, you're going to do some fringing, which is really fun. So you're going to take your scissors and you're going to make little tiny cuts. Teeny little cuts all the way around. Don't cut too big, because if you cut too big, you're going to cut the tip off, and you don't want to do that. So keep cutting all the way around. It's going to take you a little bit of time, and your hands might get a little bit tired, but I know you can do it. So keep working all the way around. This is a lot of cutting. Okay, and when you're done, it's going to look like this. And when you move it back and forth, you'll probably be able to hear kind of a cool sound that it makes where you fringed it. So I want you to pick yours up, and I want you to move it back and forth like I'm doing right now. And I'm going to teach you a song called Hosanna. That's the song that the people sang when Jesus was riding his donkey into Jerusalem. Jerusalem, and they were worshiping him and laying these down at his feet. They were so excited in that parade. So I want you to sing it with me. It goes like this: Hosanna, Hosanna, the little children sing. Hosanna, Hosanna, for Jesus is our King. And maybe for fun, you could even take your family around your house and have your own parade and wave your palm branch. And maybe your family members want to make their own palm branch out of something. Have fun with this.
Boys and girls, thank you for joining us for our first video, and we can't wait to see more of you again later this week or maybe even next week. If you do some of these fun projects, will you share pictures with us on Facebook so we can see you doing our work or doing your work? We're so proud of you, and we hope you guys are having a good time with your families. Bye.